Bhakti Shiromani Bhakti Prahlad Maharaj Ki, Patita Pavan Srila Prabhupada Ki, Gaur Premanand. Hare Krishna. Girish Prabhu, will you do the announcements or shall I start?
Can start, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Okay. Once again, welcome all for today's session, the 13th chapter. So I request everyone to mute your phone so that you can have more attentive hearing here. And as much as possible, turn on the videos, be focused. So this knowledge, it's really without focus, without a humble mood, without prayers, is something we are hearing, that's it. So really, you should have some experience of it or some benefit of it. Definitely you have to follow the instructions that has been given in the scriptures. Okay. Now, 13th chapter is nature, the enjoyer, and consciousness. Actually, from the 13th chapter, it is known as Jnana. But first it was Karma Kanda, then it is Bhakti Yoga, and this is Jnana. Speaks about Jnana. So, ordinary things itself is difficult for us. And something, even Bhagavad Gita is saying something about Jnana, it will be more superior, where we cannot even understand or know the terminology, the words which has been used. So difficult, but anyhow, Srila Prabhupada has made it very simply. So first, let us start this with chanting prayers, Mangalachan. So I request everyone to just hold your hands and sing along. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vreshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Pada Nitakripapadaya Gaurakatada Nagaragara Mattarani Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girimat Kripadamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya. So before starting, let us start with our gratitude, our thanks and obeisances to His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of this ISKCON society. Okay. So before starting the 13th chapter, in 12th chapter, what did we see? Under the acronymy God. So Godhead. So how should we worship the Lord? It's very crystal clear, Krishna says, whether it is impersonal or personal. It is personal. It is the form of the Lord. That is the Krishna's form. And he says, this devotee who is meditating on my form and worshipping me is the perfect options. Krishna gives the options. Yes, you need much more the purity to understand this. So it's difficult. So if you, to be a pure devotee, completely you should be absorbed. It is not possible. Okay, you can do your sadhana bhakti. That is also not possible. In that way, he is giving many levels. You just work for him. Karma yoga, even that is not possible. You can donate something, can utilize what you have in the Lord's service. At least that makes us beautiful. Then devotees, how devotees behave with themselves, with other living entities, and with the Lord. All this we saw in the yesterday's chapter. And in today's chapter, it is wise questions, items of knowledge, soul and super soul, enlightened. Under this 4 headings, we are going to see this. Now, before that, as usually, I'll start with stories, but these 6 sessions will be completely different stories. So many days I was saying which was related to the topic, isn't it? That way I was saying the story. But for this 6 days, I'll be saying the stories of some acharyas. So by seeing the pure devotee's lifestyle, you'll understand. But definitely we cannot imitate. It is beyond our imagination also, and we cannot even do that. Even you cannot imitate also. Such is the activities of the great souls. Okay. So today I'll be saying for a devotee, his name is Varadacharya, great devotee, and his wife Lakshmi Devi. So they were the disciples of Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya usually he'll go to the many villages, towns, and he preaches about the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and he gives the message of the Lord. When he was going, what happens when he go to that place? Whoever his disciples are there, so they invite him. He goes to their house, they feed him, so they take care of his requirements for the prasadam and for the stay, everything. This is the usual routine thing. So once he'll go to one place, so there was a place, a rich person, his disciple was. So he sent his 2 servants to just go and give the information that I'm coming to their house. These 2 persons went to that rich man and they said, your spiritual master Ramanujacharya has come. So tomorrow he is coming to your house for lunch. Just hearing this, he was so happy, bliss. He started, at once he called all the servants, you do this arrangement, that arrangement, just went up. And these 2 servants were waiting for the reply. Nothing came. Okay, they came back. They said to Ramanujacharya, what happened? He said, we went there and he was very happy. So they have started all the decoration part and how to welcome you. They're planning and they're doing in a big scale. Very good. How did they treat you? Yes. And these 2 servants, no, my dear Guru Maharaj. As soon as we went and said he was in such a, what I can say, happy, this thing, he just started doing his service. He just completely forgot us. In Ramanujacharya, I'm not going to go to that house. First point, the basic thing, he don't know how to treat my servants. How can he take care of me? Many things to learn here. So I cannot go in each and every word, but let us come to the complete story. So here he says, I'm not going to go to his house. You go to another devotee, and his name is Varadacharya. Definitely is poor, not a problem. Whatever he provides, we'll eat in his house and stay in his house. Even outside the house also, we can sleep there and stay there, not a problem. Go in. So these 2 servants, he came to this Varadacharya. In Varadacharya's house, husband, wife were there, and they don't have even proper clothes to wear. And every day he goes for begging, he begs some alms, and whatever he gets, that is their life. And these 2 servants, they said, your spiritual master Ramanujacharya has come. So tomorrow he's coming to your house. They were so happy to hear this. And they invited these 2 servants, whatever the torrent mat or whatever they had, them kept. So they made them to sit 2 glasses of milk or water, whatever they had, I think water. They gave 2 glasses of water for him and they served. And after that, the servant said, and this is how he received us. Then he decided, yes, tomorrow let us go to Varadacharya's house. But how will Varadacharya will serve him? Nothing is having there. He says to his wife, my dear wife, tomorrow early morning I go for begging. As much as possible, I'll try to beg, and by afternoon, 12 o'clock, I'll come back. Meanwhile, you be ready so that whatever I get, you start preparation. Okay, my dear. So early morning, he took bath and he went for begging, and that day, nothing he got. And wife was waiting. Meanwhile, spiritual master came to the house. As Ramanujacharya came, what is this? As soon as Ramanujacharya came, and Lakshmi Devi, what can she do? She welcomed, made him to sit, and she's waiting. She's folding her hands. Nothing she can do. She's going to the kitchen. There is nothing, not even a single grain in the house. Then she starts thinking. So in that village, there was one rich person. And this Lakshmi Devi, not only in name she was Lakshmi, even in her character, her beauty, everything was as goddess of fortune she was. So one rich person usually was asking, please satisfy me, how much ever you need, whatever you need, I'll pay it for you. Please, once I need to have your association, please serve me something. He was she was seeing him as what I can say, dust. In that way, she was treating him. But today she's thinking, yes, to serve my spiritual master, let me sell my body. A chaste lady. She went to that person, she said, yes, my spiritual master has come. So I want to serve him. So see, spiritual master, don't think only Ramanujacharya has come. With him, there are many disciples, they come. Sometimes 50, sometimes 100, sometimes 10 in this way. So there were many other devotees also. So she asked, can you give me all the grocery and vegetable, whatever you provide? Today I'll fulfill your desire. And this person, he said, this will be a dream to me. Never ever in my life I can have our association. But today he was so happy. He said, whatever you need, I'll give. So the whole shop, he just filled in a big bullock cart and he sent to the house. So as soon as it came to the house, she started cooking wonderful preparations, many varieties, and started serving Ramanujacharya. And here Varadacharya is searching for nothing. He got empty-handed. You don't know, meanwhile, the spiritual master also has come. How to welcome him? You don't know anything, just he came. He was just surprised to see that there's a great feast was going on in the house and everyone are sitting and eating. And he came, gave the prostrated obeisances to Ramanujacharya. He went inside the kitchen. And as soon as he went inside the kitchen, Lakshmi Devi just fell at his feet. She told, my dear husband, I am a great sinner. This is what the decision I have taken. And hearing this, husband was so happy. What a great lady are you. For the woman, chastity is more important than her life. Sometimes she gives up her life also for, to be chaste. But you, what a great lady you are, sir. To serve spiritual master, even you are ready to be unchaste also. He brought her out and he just introduced her to his spiritual master. My dear master, my whole life I'm trying to serve you. I was not able to do that. But see, my wife, in such way she is serving you. Hearing this, even Ramanujacharya was so happy. He said, I have seen many kinds of disciples, but not a disciple like you. Your wife is ready to come to such a state, such a decision. And being her husband, you're glorifying her. Other husband, they might have been chased her from the house. And you're just glorifying her. Meanwhile, the time was getting late and she said, my dear Lord, now I should keep my word. I should go now. Then Ramanujacharya said, wait, mother, wait for a while. He was eating some prasadam. He took that, put it in a plate or leaf he gave to her. First, you go and give this person, whoever the rich person, this prasadam. See, when you offer to the Lord, it becomes prasadam. But after that, if a devotee is eating, it becomes Mahaprasad. Even if you go to this thing, Puri, Jagannath Puri, you see there, when you offer to the Jagannath, it becomes prasadam. Then they take to Vimala Devi. Then it becomes Mahaprasad. So in that way, now Ramanujacharya's remnants it is. So she takes that. And husband says, I also will accompany you. Both of them went. And husband went there. That rich person was scared. Why she is bringing even husband there? Then actually he went, he thanked him. So this was our situation. You have helped us. Definitely the word which she has given, she'll keep up. And he sent the wife inside the house. And she said, my spiritual master has given this Mahaprasadam. First honor this Mahaprasadam. He was very eager to fulfill his desire. Okay, let me have this. Because whatever she says, he wants to be here. Just a morsel of food. He took that and kept in his mouth. The whole lusty desires which he had just vanished from his mind. At once he was able to see this Lakshmi Devi as mother. At once he fell on her feet. My dear mother, what a great offender I was. Such a great sinner. You just opened my eyes. And who is this great personality? Just a morsel of his Mahaprasadam changed me so much. Please take me to him. He requested. Then finally Lakshmi Devi took this rich person also there, and he fell at the feet of Ramanujacharya and he said, my dear Lord, from today, my whole life, my wealth, my prosperity, everything is at your lotus feet. Please accept me as your disciple. Then Ramanujacharya is seeing towards Vardacharya. So that this problem was because they were in poverty. So now the whole wealth has been given to Ramanujacharya. So he's seeing towards Vardacharya. Vardacharya is just holding his hands. He's saying, my dear Lord, please don't ask me to accept this. Somehow, even by begging, I'm happy. I don't want to be a rich man and be away from devotional service or in the service of Guru. Please don't ask me to accept this. And hearing this, once again, Ramanujacharya was so happy. At once he came near to embrace him and he was saying, oh my dear Lord, I am a fallen soul. Why do you want to embrace? My place is at your lotus feet. Please allow me to be at your lotus feet. Then Ramanujacharya said, Arey, I wanted to get purified, so I'm embracing you. I'll get your association, I'll get purified. So this was the relationship between his spiritual master and the. Can we even think about this? This is how the knowledge comes. How much you're surrendered to the spiritual master. That is what Sarva Dharman Parityajam is. We think that to surrender to Krishna, we don't have any qualifications to surrender to Krishna. It is to the spiritual master. How much we surrender, that much the Lord gets pleased. Clear? Okay, now let us go further. And this way, every day I'll be saying one story of a great Acharya. Today's acronym is WISE, W-I-S-E, WISE. WISE questions, items of knowledge, soul and super soul, and enlightenment. WISE questions. What are the questions? Here it is said. Arjuna Vacha Prakrutim Purusham Chaiva Kshetram Kshetragnameva Cha Yetat Vedittum Michami Jnanam Jneyam Cha Keshava Sri Bhagavan Vacha Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetram Itya Vidhiyate Yetat Yoveti Tam Praho Kshetrajna iti tadvidaha. Arjuna said, oh, my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, nature, Purusha, the enjoyer, and the field and the knower of the field, and of knowledge, and the object of knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, this body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, and one who knows this body is called the knower of the field. Let's go on below the slide. So, knower of the field. You can just in one slide, you can see the 6 questions what Arjuna is asking. So, he's asking, so who is Kshetra and Kshetrajna? What is Kshetra here? Kshetra is body, the field of activity. Kshetrajna, the knower of the body. Who is the knower of the body here? The soul. Clear? Kshetra is the body. Kshetrajna is the knower of the body, that is soul. Actually, there are 2 Kshetrajnas. One is the soul, another is super soul, Krishna. So what is the difference between 2 Kshetrajnas? One Kshetrajna knows about his field of activity, his Kshetra only. Another Kshetrajna, the super soul, knows all the Kshetras, that is all the field of activities of all the bodies. Simple example I'll give you to understand this. For example, you just take a pin, just prick in your hand. You feel the pain? Yes. But the same pin, you just prick to another person who's sitting next to you. Will you feel the pain? No. But this is your limitations. Then what is Kshetrajna, the Supreme Lord, is doing here? You just prick a pin in your hand. You have a pain? Yes. It is not only to you. Even Supreme Lord is feeling the pain. You just same way you prick a pin to another person, the same pain, even the Supreme Lord is experiencing. Clear? So there is nothing happens in this universe without Krishna's consciousness. As our body, you just take out one hair, you pain, you feel the pain, any pleasure, any pain, everything, the whole body. The same way the whole universe is the body of the Lord, His consciousness pervades all over the universe. Anything is happening to any living entity, even you are harming a small ant, you are giving the pain to Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Understood? That is why those days nobody was harming any living entity, because they know very well whomever they are harming, it is not the living entity, but it was the Supreme Lord that they are harming. That's why this is Jnana Yoga. It comes a little bit higher. The consciousness takes us to another level. Then Prakriti. Prakriti is material nature. So in the 7th chapter, we saw that Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayu Kammana Buddhi Revacha Ahankara Ityama Binna Prakriti Rashtadada, 8 items. But actually Bhagavatam says of 24 elements which created this material world. Clear? That is called Prakriti. We don't want to go much depth into it. Just let us understand. So there is many things that we are still need to understand. Then Purusha. Who is the enjoyer? The real enjoyer is Krishna. Bhoktaram Yagna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Very clear. But here, who is the Purusha? The living entity is trying to enjoy. That is the only thing which is trapping him to be in this material world. Once he understands his position, that what is the position of the soul? Jivera Surupahoi Krishnera Nityadas. I am the eternal servant of the Lord. Once he understands that, he'll come to his constitutional position or to his Swarupa. Clear? Then, Jnana. What is Jnana? To know the relationship between the body, that is nature, and the Supreme Lord. It's very clear. Jnana is Sambandha Jnana, Abhidaya and Prayojana, I said. Just to know who am I, write down. If possible, you write down in a notebook or something. Who am I? Second, who is the creator, or who is Krishna? Who is the Supreme Lord? Who is Bhagavan? Anything you can say. Who am I? Who is the creator? And third, what is the relationship between the creator and me? This is the Sambandha Jnana. Clear? And the byproducts of it, or the subtitled or sub this thing, what all that comes, what is the relationship between me and this material world, between me and this body? In that way, you get many other things. But if you know these 3 things, that is Sambandha Jnana, you will understand all other things. Then Jnayam, object of knowledge. Yeah, okay. So these are the 6 questions that Arjuna is asking, and here Krishna is clearly answering all the 6. Now, difference between soul and super soul. I have explained some in this, you can see in this chat. Super soul and soul. Super soul, sorry, super knower, knower of all bodies. Clear? But here, knower of own body. As a Kshetrajna, as a soul, I can know only about my body. Krishna is also a Kshetrajna, but as a super soul, he knows everyone's body. Yeah. Supreme proprietor and controller. He is the only proprietor and he is the controller of all. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. And Krishna also says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pravartati. But here, this living entity is the secondary proprietor and controller. So living entity is also a controller, you know. He is also controlling. For example, husband controls wife. Father controls son. Boss controls servant. Somehow. Clear? We also control something. But he is the secondary control. Okay, I am the controller of my body. But I am the secondary proprietor. The first proprietor is Krishna. Here you need much knowledge to understand. We say Rishikesha. That means he is the master of senses. When I need this phone to be taken, lift and keep it here, I need the permission of the Lord. He is a real enjoyer, real controller. Maya dakshena prakriti suyate sa characharam. The whole living, moving, non-moving, and everything completely is under his control. Clear? And he has given some free will to me through which I also be a controller here. That is a secondary proprietor or control. Then infallible and always superior to spirit soul is called as Achyuta, is not fallible. He'll never fall. Even if he comes to this material world, also is the Supreme Lord. He is unattached to these three modes of nature. He is not binded as we are binded in this material world. He is, how could I explain to you? For example, you think there is a road which is no entry. Okay, when I go in this no entry, what happens? The police will catch me and he'll find me. But if a minister goes, the same police who has kept it as no entry, he takes out the board and he allows him. Right? The same place, same road, two different rules for two personalities. Clear? Yes. Because he is the creator. He is the person who is making this law that this should be a no entry. Now, when he is coming, it will not apply to him. Simple understanding. The same way, he is the Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka. He is the supreme proprietor of whole universe. So this material rules and regulations will not apply to the Supreme Lord. It applies only to me. Here, another simple example. When we are just going on the road, when there is a red signal, your rule is to stop. Correct? But same on the road, on the same road place, a plane is going on the top. Will, by seeing that red light, the plane will stop? No, because I am on the road, it applies to me. The flight is in the air, it will not apply to the flight. So Lord is in a superior consciousness, so the material rules and regulations will not apply. Yeah. But I am here fallible and subordinate. But Lord is superior to the supersoul and is infallible. Okay? Yes. Now, items of knowledge, very important. And we said in the introduction session itself, there's 5 items that the whole Bhagavad Gita speaks about. That is Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. Only 5 topics. Isn't it? Yes. But here Krishna says 20 things. Let us see first. Here, knowledge, body, supersoul, and soul. The relationship between the body and the soul. That what relationship do we have to through this Prakriti and through the Supreme Lord? What are the relationships? These things. This is known as knowledge. Now, the 20 qualities. What is it? You can see here. Amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam, acharyopasanam, shaucham, Sairyam atma vinigraha, indriyarteshu vairagyam, anahkara evacha, janma mrityu jara vyadi, dukkha doshanudarshanam, asaktirana vishvanga, putra dhara grihadishu, nityam cha samachittatvam, ishtanishtopatishu, Maye chananya yogena bhaktirravya vicharini vivikta desha sevitvam aratirjana samsati adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshinam etajnanam miti proktam ajnanam tattato anyataha. Here. Now we can see here. Humility, the first. And please don't understand in your own way like this is different. You should understand. That is why we say to understand also we need Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. It should be aligned. What we are hearing should come from a spiritual, bona fide spiritual master. Guru, Sadhu. Sadhu means it should come from a parampara. There should be somebody to control him. He is not the boss. Guru cannot be the boss. He is also a servant, his spiritual master. Is he a boss? No. He is also servant of his spiritual master. Clear? Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Shastra and all should be referred through the scriptures. You cannot speak anything out of the scriptures. So it should be Guru Sadhu Shastra. That's why even the words which we read understands in a different way. I cannot give the meaning for all the words. Only for few I'll give you. Humility. Humility means, what do we think? Becoming very humble, bending our body and just doing some obeisances. This is all you think as humility. No. And by this, many even interpret this Bhagavad Gita and say, Bhagavad Gita speaks about ahimsa. Isn't it? If Bhagavad Gita is speaking about ahimsa, why Krishna is asking Arjuna to fight, to kill his great grandfather, spiritual master, everyone? How foolish are we? Somebody is interpreting and explaining, and we are accepting it. See, we are not able to use our common sense also here. Bhagavad Gita is not speaking about ahimsa. Oh, then many will say, hey, then it is speaking about himsa then. No, it is not even speaking about himsa. Then what it is speaking? It is speaking about dharma. It speaks about dharma. Whom should be saved? Who should be saved and who should be killed? At what time? What is the decision that you have to take? All these things you'll try to understand. You'll be able to understand in this Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is not, as many give many interpretations. It speaks about ahimsa in that. There's so many other ways. No. Clear? Now, what is humility? I don't know how to explain this. I'll give an example for you so that you can understand this. Once, in the court of Akbar, he called all the Navaratna mantris. It is that Navaratna ministers, they were great ministers. So he called everyone. He just took in a board, he just wrote one line. In a side, he wrote one line and he said, without rubbing it, make the line short. Without striking it, without erasing it, nothing you should do, but make the line short. Is it possible? No, all we are thinking is it is not at all possible. How can we make this line short? Then Birbal came. I can do this. Yes, Birbal, you can do it. Yes. Took one more pen. He drew a bigger line than that, the smaller line. Automatically, by just the view itself, it shows that this line is smaller. That is humility. Understood? That means not bending my body, rather seeing everyone as great. Seeing the good qualities in each and every living entity, not only human beings, even the dog, even the ant. It is serving the universe, even the smallest of small. So it is said that when there is no honeybee, just in a span of 5 or 10 years, everything will be washed. Nothing, not even a living entity will be. We don't know what is the use of so many creatures, but there is so many, because that is why Krishna has created so many living entities, is helping the universe. It is only one creature. If that creature is not there, the universe will be more peaceful. Which creature is that? It's human being. It's only we who are spoiling everything. Okay, humility means not being very humble, not like that. Seeing the greatness of all. Seeing any person, it starts from the house, not somewhere out. Husband should respect the wife. He should be able to see the good qualities of, oh, early morning she's waking up and cooking, and she's taking care of my children also. So many things. And wife also should start respecting the husband. See, morning goes for work, he earns so much. Whatever he's earning, so giving the respect, seeing the good things in him, and seeing the good things in the children. Oh, my kid. Yes, he may not be able to get first class or high grade marks. Something is working hard. You try. You just more encourage him. Seeing the good things in each and every, it starts from the house. Then you'll be able to see good things outside. Now, you go outside, hey, everything is spoiled, nothing is good. Everything is good. Only my heart is all completely spoiled. I cannot see good things. Once there's a change in my vision, then you'll be able to see only good outside. First, it has to start from the house. Clear? Yes. Now, pridelessness, no pride in having anything. Let it be any kind of position or the wealth or the knowledge or the beauty, whatever you have, it should be pridelessness. Non-violence. And don't think non-violence only killing someone or why that becomes a violence. No. Even hurting the mind of someone is also a violence. Manasa, vacha, karmena. Clear? Then tolerance. So that is the quality of a pure devotee that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says. Trinadapi suni chena tarorapi sahishnu namani namanadena kirtanya sadahari. Tolerant like a tree. A tree tolerates the rain, the heavy rain, the scorching heat, and somebody is throwing the stone on it, something, whatever, you cut the branches of it, it just tolerates, never ever it possesses you. The tolerance you have to do. And simplicity. Simplicity, don't think that we are being a poor or this thing is a simplicity. No. Even a rich man can be a simplicity. How is that? What is the mean by simplicity? Accept whatever comes to our life. Let it be wealth, let it be wife, let it be father, let it be a child. Whatever you get in your life, accept it. This is Lord's gift to me. That's it. It's very clear. So just accept it. Then a fight spiritual master, as I always say this, then the cleanliness. Cleanliness is next to devotional service, not next to devotional service. It just stands above the cleanliness. There are 4 pillars of Dharma. One is cleanliness. And beyond this dharma only there is bhakti. When you don't have religious or you are not dharmic, you cannot be a devotee. Clear? Then steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement, children, wife, home, and the rest. Some points when you are getting difficulty in understanding, I explain. Others, just by reading somewhere, you'll be able to understand. But it has a much more inner meaning of it. So, because we don't have much time, I cannot explain everything. Now, freedom from entanglement, children, wife, home, and the rest. Hare Krishna is saying that, so wife, children are all entanglement, so you have to give it up. No, you have to give up the attachment on them. As a duty, you have to serve them. But as an attachment, you shouldn't have attachment. She is my wife. Without her, not that I'll die. No, not like that. She is the daughter of the Krishna, so I have to serve her better. And my children are children of Krishna, so I have to serve them better. My parents are also a gift from the Lord, so I have to take care of them till their end. Whatever the difficulties I have to take care. But not having attachment on them. Clear? Then even-mindedness amidst pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. Okay? Whatever there may be is ignorance other than this. This 20 qualities Krishna is saying. If you understand this, that is sufficient for us. One verse, actually this is 5 verses. Sufficient. Now, you can see how important is this. So in this, which is more important? How to gain the knowledge, most important quality. Chananya yogena, constant and unalloyed devotion to me. Essential quality. Acharyopasanam, accepting bona fide spiritual master. Very important, accepting a bona fide spiritual master and taking his guidance and instructions and implementing in our life and following accordingly. That is sufficient for us. Not, so I'll say a story for this acharyas. Once, the same way I said the story of Ramanujacharya. So there was a spiritual master and his disciple, both. So they used to go for many, many villages and towns. They started preaching and everything. So they stay for 1 day or 2 days there. So one day they went to a special kingdom, very, very, very special kingdom it was. So they went there and they planned to be here, and he asked spiritual master as the servant, my dear boy, you just go and see what all is available in this. and just confirm what are the rates, everything. So he went. So he went to a shop. He asked, how much is this rice? In those days, he said 2 rupees kilo. Okay. How much is this dal? 2 rupees. Okay. How much is this tomato? 2 rupees. How much is vegetable? Other way, 2 rupees. How much is this cashew? 2 rupees. What? 2 rupees. Rice also 2 rupees. Cashew nuts also 2 rupees. So happy to hear this. At once, he ran back to the spiritual master. My dear spiritual master, this is a wonderful place. Never ever we should leave this place. Permanently we'll be here. What is so good in this kingdom that you saw here? Said, even cashew nuts are 2 rupees. Rice also 2 rupees, cashew nuts also 2 rupees in this place. At once the spiritual master said, I think there's a great fool who is the king of this place. Let us at once move from here. Now this disciple is thinking, see, my spiritual master is jealous on me that I'm very much fond of this cashew nuts, so I shouldn't eat. So he wants me to take away from this kingdom. He says, my dear spiritual master, I am your humble servant. I will be here. On behalf of you, I'll start preaching here. I'll make a big centers here. Please leave me here. I'll be here happy. See, you're taking a wrong decision. You are going against my guidance. Say, no, master, I wanted to serve you in this place. He says, finally, it's your karma. He went away. Then he started, this person is very fond of this cashew nuts event. He gave 5 rupees or whatever the money the spiritual master is given, gave some money, he brought all the cashew nuts and started doing some service. And every day, morning, evening, night, whatever the time, even while drinking water also, he'll put 2 cashew nuts and start drinking it. Whatever he eats, put cashew nut in, because 2 rupees kilo. No? He started developing his body now. He's becoming more and more fat. Now, once what happened, there was a thief. So they got hold of that thief and they brought him near the king. The soldier said, see, in our kingdom he is stealing. King at once became very angry. What? I made the whole, whatever the items are there, for 2 rupees I'm giving. And his thief is stealing in our kingdom. We should punish him. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, you go and hang him. That's it. Okay, they took him, and the next day, early morning, this person was very cunning. Who? That thief. At once he escaped from the soldiers and ran away them. And they came empty-handed. They said to the king, my dear king, that thief has already ran away and we are not able to hang him at 12. What? No. My orders, never it should miss. Okay, take that rope which you have to hang. Go into the kingdom. Whosoever head is perfectly fitting, you go and hang him. At 12 o'clock, somebody should be hanged because my decision cannot go wrong. Then they went. Everyone are thin, but our devotee was very fond of cashew nuts, eating cashew nuts. His head was big, so perfectly fit into that rope. So they started dragging him. And this person is, why are you dragging him? I want to eat this cashew nuts. Why are you dragging me like this? They said, no, you are eating more cashew nuts, so you are hanging you. Oh, eating cashew nuts is a sin in your kingdom. Why are you hanging? He said, no. Yesterday there was a thief. We got hold of him. So today he has escaped. So our king had given a punishment at 12 o'clock. He has to be hanged. Now he has escaped. What to do? So his king's orders should be followed. So king said, whosoever head fits perfectly to this rope, he has to be hanged. I was surprised to hear this. What is this? Somebody is a thief who has stolen and he has to be punished. Now he has been escaped and you are punishing me and you are hanging me. First day, my spiritual master said, there's some fool here who is ruling the kingdom. You to please escape from here. I did not listen to him. He started crying. He was calling his spiritual master. Meanwhile, after some time, his spiritual master appeared there. My dear boy, what happened? My dear spiritual master, please you save me from this situation. I did not accept your guidance. I did not take it. I went against it. Now I know the result of it. Please you protect me. Never ever will go against my guidance. No, master. Never in my life I'll do that. Then the king went, this guru went to king. He said, I have brought a divine secret to you. I'm coming directly from the heaven. There is a great secret to you. King said, yes, what is that secret? He said, I cannot say loudly because you are the first citizen of the kingdom. So I want to say to you first. And secret, how it can be openly said. I want to say in your ears. Yes, he came down off his, what I can say, the throne or the seat. He came down, he asked, what is that? He said, now they have removed Indra from the heavenly planet. Now the king post is vacant. Indra did some mistake, they have been thrown out. Now the king post is vacant there. Whoever dies now, he will become the king of Indra. Who is it? Yes, yes, yes. He called all the ministers. Stop, stop, stop. Nobody should die before me here now. First, the soldier said, no, no, no. At 12 o'clock, he has to be hanged. No, 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 no. You stop that. You hang me first. I should die. Because they were asking ministers, what is this, master? What are you doing, king? No, this is all divine secrets. Never it can be revealed to anyone. You just first hang me. He made everyone to hang. Then asked, what about the king? He said, you ask that spiritual master, that guru, he will show some qualified guru, this thing, king to you. He went and hanged and he died. Then this spiritual master, he saw a qualified person, he made the king, this kingdom. What did we understand in this story? Many times spiritual master guides us, we think that my spiritual master is jealous on me. He don't know much more than me. I know more than him because I have learned PhD, something. I made post-graduation. My guru doesn't know anything. In that way, we think. No, the knowledge comes directly from Krishna. The instructions comes directly from Krishna to us through spiritual master. Okay. Then other important qualities, then amanitvam, humility, ahimsa, then that is non-violence, self-control, detachment from general mass of people, and many other things. But what is the most important thing is how to achieve 20 qualities. The process of knowledge terminates in unalloyed devotional service to the Lord, essential quality. Automatically, you get all the other qualities once you try to become the devotee of the Lord, surrender unto Him. Automatically, all the divine qualities come within us. It just follows that one thing is sufficient. If one takes to full Krishna consciousness, all the other mentioned qualities are automatically developed because you are serving the supreme whole, the supreme Lord you're serving, and your consciousness should come to the supreme level. So you should have all the divine qualities. Automatically it starts developing within you because you have only one desire, that I have to serve the supreme Lord. So that is sufficient. Yeah. So just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is sufficient for us. Offering Bhoga to the Lord is sufficient for us. That makes us complete. What are all the other things required to us automatically starts developing within us. Okay. Now we can see more about the soul and super soul. Anyhow, from the second chapter we have seen, still we can see here. Nyeyam yattat pravakshyami yajñatvamritam ashnute anadimat param brahma nasattan nasattuchyate. I shall now explain the knowable, knowing which you will taste the eternal. Brahman, the spirit beginningless and subordinate to me, lies beyond the cause and effect of this material world. This is soul. We know about soul, I think. We learned much in the second chapter. Dehinos minyata dehe gaumaram yavanam jaratata dehantara praptir dhirastatanamahiti vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani. So many things we learned. That this body is also changing and the soul just passes from every body, as from the childhood to the youth to the old man. Then it just passes to the next body also. So there is no death to soul. And then one more shloka. And Vasamsi, I said, it is nothing but changing the dresses. When the dress becomes very old, you change for a new dress. The same way, when the body becomes useless, the soul changes to a new body. Nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavaka na kledayanti apona ashoshayati namartaha. The soul is eternal. It cannot be killed by anything, even by the weapons, by the fire, by the air, by the water. Any material weapons or material things cannot destroy this soul. Clear? Yes. Now, attribute of soul, eternal. There is no date of birth, no expiry, nadi, and it is immemorial. It is set in time, is no anadi, no beginning and end to the soul. Not only to super soul, even to soul. And we cannot understand this because other than end and beginning, if we try to understand, we cannot, because whatever we have seen in this life or experienced in our life, it is only which starts and ends. But this is spiritual, which is beyond material. Then subordinate to Krishna, always dependent, but is subordinate to Krishna. Then beyond the cause and effect of this world. When this world annihilates, the soul is not getting annihilated. Clear? Yes. So there is a cycle of this Prakriti. There is a creation, maintenance, and annihilation, but the soul is always eternal. Now, super soul. Bahirantascha bhutanam acharam charam evacha sukshmatva tat avigneyam durastam chantike chatat. The supreme truth exists outside and inside of all living beings, the moving and the non-moving being, because he is subtle. He is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know. Although far, far away, he is also near to all, because he is all pervaded. Sometimes you think the Lord is very far. He is very near, he is within our heart. No one else in the creation is closer than Supreme Lord. And nobody else is farther than the Supreme Lord. He is in Golok of Vrindavana. It is very difficult to understand. Only a devotee can understand this. Here, till then you don't take up devotional service. The knowledge should come from Lord himself. He has to reveal it. Till then it is difficult for us to understand. Lord is very subtle. Okay. Attributes of super soul, all pervading. Super soul has hands, legs, eyes, ears, heads, and faces. You saw Vishwarup also. No need to have much explanation here. Everywhere, all, reconciling inside and outside of living entities, transcendental, but has no senses. Then we say, oh, Lord is not having any senses. That's why we say, no, Nirguna. Lord is Nirguna. Many interpret this. Lord is not having any senses. That means no senses to him. Foolish. He don't have material senses. Nirguna is not having any gunas. No, is beyond the material. Okay, then has spiritual senses, supreme person, source of all senses of living entity. That's why it is said as Rishikesha. He is the master of all the senses. Not that he's not having senses, but he is the master of all the senses. He is beyond this material senses. Here, then undivided. This is another important. This is called as knowledge. No? And now we say that there is Paramatma within your heart, my heart, everyone's heart. How many Paramatmas are there? There's so many Paramatmas, no? No, it's undivided. There's only one Paramatma. Yes, is in my heart? Definitely. Is in your heart? Differently. Oh, that means one person as a shadow is? No. Is personally present in each and every soul. Then how many Paramatmas? Only one Paramatma. It's very difficult to understand that. So why I'm saying, till then you won't come for the first floor, you won't be able to understand the ground floor. You have to come to that spiritual platform consciousness to understand. Just I'll say one more story. So there's so many stories also. So once there was, just to say the difference between the spirituality and material things, I'm saying this story. So one person, one small boy was there. He was going to the school, and once they had an annual program. They were asking everyone what all you can get. So one said, I'll get the milk. One said, I'll get some fruit. One was saying, I'll get rice. I'll get this thing, something one was getting. This person was very poor, and he not had father also. Then he said, they asked, what are you going to get? I'll ask my mother and tomorrow. Okay. He came to his mother. He started asking his mother said, I'm working in everyone's house. What will I earn? What can I give? And this boy is a small boy, no? He was just forcing his mother. He said, okay, you go and ask your brother. Who is my brother? It is Lord Krishna. His name is Dinabandhu. Dinabandhu is this thing, he is the person who saves, who's in this condition. So Dinabandhu. Okay, where is he? I don't know, but everyone say that he is in forest. Oh, okay. Next only there was a forest. He ran into the forest. And it's complete faith. He started calling Dinabandhu, Dinabandhu, Dinabandhu. And Lord appeared. Krishna personally appeared there. Yes, my dear boy, what you need? See, my dear brother, my dear brother. So because mother has said, no, you have a brother. So my dear brother, in the school, they're asking in this way, what should I say now? He said, okay, you say that you'll give curd. You're not giving milk and many other things. You say that you will be giving the curd. Okay, he came to the school and he said, my dear master, tomorrow I'll be getting curd. And it was a very big function. Nearly thousands and thousands of people are coming. Oh, you're going to get curd? Are you sure? Yes, definitely. My brother said he will give curd. Okay. So tomorrow, next day, he went once again to the forest. He started calling Dinabandhu. And then the Lord Krishna came. He just gave a pot curd. He took that, small boy, what he knows. He took that he was coming. And see, this became very late. Lord not come on time. It became very late, and there everything, all the arrangement have done. They're waiting only for the curd. So they're waiting for this boy. Later on, he is running and coming, getting that pot. They were asking, where is the curd? Where's the curd? Because they need hundreds and hundreds of liters of curd. This person is getting one pot of curd. Seeing this, the management people and that is spiritual, whoever it is, they got very angry on him. At once they smashed him. Meanwhile, that curd just fell down. And once again, it fell down, but the spot not broke. This organizers or the master whoever was there, he just lifted it. He saw the curd was full. They had arranged for a big vessel to fill the curd. Then he just poured it. He just pours one pot and takes, and the pot is full. He pours one more, and the pot is full. He pours one more, the pot is full. It is not getting emptied. He filled the whole big container. Even then, the pot is full. This is spiritual. Can we understand this? No. That the Lord is undivided, is only one. No many Paramatmas. There is only one Paramatma. He is not only in my heart, he is in everyone's heart. So it is little difficult to understand. And he is not a shadow also. He is not this thing, but he is only one Paramatma. Clear? Okay. Then resides in heart of all. Clear? Now, who can know soul and super soul? Iti kshetram tata jnanam nyeyam choktam samasataha madbhakta yetad vijnaya madbhavayo papadyate. Very clear. Krishna is saying here. Thus, the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the noble have been summarily described by me. Clear? Now, clearly, Krishna is describing. But who can understand this? Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. Enough. So many times I was saying this is something that I'm exaggerating and saying something else. No, Krishna is saying this. Only my devotees can understand this. Mad bhakta etat vijnaya. Mad bhakta, my devotee only can understand this. Nobody else. Without chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you cannot understand. It's very clear. What is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? You are accepting Krishna and surrendering, trying to become a devotee. No one is a devotee here, even me or whoever it is. Nobody is a devotee. Everyone are trying, doing their sadhana bhakti, wanted to be a devotee. Krishna is very pleased. As a father is pleased with a small kid. Even by doing mistakes, he comes with some fruit or sweet and keeps. He will never ask, have you washed your hands or you clean? No. He's more happy. He says that, see, my child is feeding me. In that way, same with the father. He's always pleased by the child. The Supreme Lord is the Supreme Father. Always pleased. Just by chanting is sufficient. And whatever you offer milk, as if he's not at all drank anything, he'll come to you. He is feeding, he is giving me milk, he'll drink that. Because he needs love. Not that milk. He's not coming for that milk or whatever you're offering, but the love that you mix to it. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachite. The love that you mix in that and you give, that is what he accepts. So many stories to this enlightened. Who is the real enjoyer? One more story I was getting. It is somewhere in this Chennai. Even nowadays, there are hundreds and millions of pastimes. One old woman, one Maharaj was saying this pastime. In that house, she's not a devotee also, not like this systematically as I've given a list on how to offer. Chant this pranam mantra, this mantra three times, and then you have to offer. Yes, we should and must do this way only. You shouldn't imitate other great devotees. And that house, Maharaj was there, and she had deities in her house. She literally started feeding the Lord. And she is a Tamilian, and she's a chabdu, she says, and starts feeding. And the Lord is eating. Literally is eating there. And just imagine, an ordinary person is giving, this Shabari. He started tasting the fruit and giving to Lord Ramachandra. He started tasting it. And we need so cleanliness to offer to the Lord. But pure devotee is beyond that. Even Juta, they give, and Lord very happily accepts it. Bhakti is beyond our understanding, beyond our imagination also. So just start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and offer to the Lord. Build relationship with the Lord. That's sufficient. And that building relationship should be based on Guru's instructions. We cannot do of ourselves. Based on Guru's instructions. Okay, now enlighten. Qualities of Jiva, qualities of material nature, qualities of super soul, realized Jiva, acquiring Jnana Chakshu and destination. Qualities of Jiva. Beginningless, as I already explained, Anadi. So there's no beginning for the Jiva. Hard struggle for existence, since we want to enjoy through material nature. Material nature cannot give happiness to us, but we try much to acquire happiness from that. It is not there. So always we get frustrated. I'll explain more this on the 15th chapter. Okay, so hard struggle. Krishna also says, Manmanaba, Mama Ivamcha Jivaloki Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashastan Indriyani Prakritistani Karshati. Just being karshati in this material world through the 6 senses, that is 5 senses, including the mind, it is 6. Then material nature frustration. By this frustration, you pass all the 8.4 million species. You want to be happy with eating. You try in a monkey body, dog body, cat body, pig body, all the bodies you try, still you're not satisfied eating in all varieties. Even you eat stool also, you're not satisfied. Whatever is there in the creature you eat, even then you're not happy. Then this ahara, nidra, bhaya, maitunamscha. Clear? Then nidra, then maituna. Sometimes is anyone satisfied with is their wife? No. Whatever a beautiful wife, let her be the Miss Universe. You get married and another lady is going, you just start seeing it. You don't get satisfied in material things. Not only eating, everything, nothing can give satisfaction. Satisfaction gives only love of God. When you have love to the Lord, that is the only thing gives us satisfaction in this world. Because your relationship is only with the Supreme Lord. Your Atman is Paramatma. Both are equal, qualitatively equal. That is only the relationship. You cannot get married to a dog, to a cat, and this thing, you cannot be happy because that is different. You are different. You have to get married to a human being. Isn't it? The same way, your relation should be to equals. The same way, your soul, your relationship should be to soul. Now, qualities of material nature, that is also beginningless. Nature is having creation, maintenance, and annihilation. Yes, you say there is a change. There is a beginning. It is created and it is annihilated. Yes, but this goes as a cycle. This goes on as a cycle. It's a rotation like. So there is maintenance, annihilation, and creation. Once again, there is creation, annihilation. As you see this yuga, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, the Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. After Kali Yuga, we say, oh, so many demons have come, so much of adharmic, all this. Yes, there is time for it. Once Kalki comes, it just vanishes, just washes all the adharmis, then the Satya Yuga starts. Okay, and it is temporary manifestation, then keeps transforming, as I explained, then provides residential quarters to the Jiva, controls Jiva through 3 modes. Tomorrow we'll be seeing more about this 3 modes, how we are being controlled and influenced by these three modes. Each and everyone have this, all these three modes. So many times this Rajoguna, Sattva-guna, Tamo-guna will be giving influences and we go accordingly. Once we have knowledge, we'll be able to understand which guna I am now, it is influencing me. How should I come out of this? All those things you'll be able to know when you are with knowledge. In qualities of super soul, transcendental enjoyer, proprietor, witness, and permitter. Upadashtanamantata Bhartabhokta Maheshwara is sitting in everyone's heart as witness, as proprietor and permitter. What is that witness? He witnesses what doing and he permit tatastu. Many times our ancestors over they used to say, the unwanted things all you don't keep on saying tatastu devatas are there, they'll suit tatastu to you. Unnecessarily you have to face that problem or do anything like that. So you should be careful. In that way, Krishna is always within our, even many times you can see some women, some ladies. So they have a bad child. They always start screaming and shouting on that boy or the son, whoever is giving so much of trouble to me. For my 7 lifetimes, I don't need any children, they say. Lord will say, Tatastu. For the next life, they'll not have any children. They'll go to all the temples. My dear Lord, give me son, give me son, give me child. Then they start blaming the Lord itself. What? Lord is not giving to anything. In that way, it goes on our life. And because you're asking, Lord will give the son. Once again, if he's not to that, he's not pleasing you. Once again, you say that I don't need. The same way happens. Somebody bad husband, you say, I don't need husband. You don't have husband, you say, I need husband. That's what Draupadi happened. Draupadi prayed for Shiva and 5 times she said, I need husband, I need husband. So 5 husbands came. Now she's struggling with 5 husbands because the whole world is speaking bad about her. She is having 5 husbands. In that way, you should be very careful what you're asking. Okay. Now, super soul is the source of all. The soul, desire, nature, body. Everything is dependent on super soul. It's very clear. Now, realized Jiva. What living entity realizes when enlightened with knowledge? What happens when you are with knowledge? Can distinguish between spirit and matter. The very first quality you'll have will be able to distinguish between the matter and the Jiva. Whatever then Vidya, Vinaya, Sampanna, Brahmini, Gavi, Astini, Shuni, Chaiva, Shapa, Kecha, Pandita, Samadarshina. Whomever you are seeing, even the dog will be able to see Paramatma within it. And even if you're seeing a Brahmana and a Shudra, you'll be able to see them equally because you are with knowledge. You'll be able to recognize what is matter and what is spirit. Yeah. Yes. Then sees the indestructible super soul as companion. You will be able to see the soul. Meanwhile, you'll be able to see even the super soul with him. Then finally you understand non-doer. I am not the doer. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasha ankara vimudatma kartaham iti manyate. I am not the doer. Only with false ego, I think I am the doer. But actually it is the 3 modes which is influencing me to do that work. Clear? Yes. Now, jnana chakshush. What is it? Yavat sanjayate kinchit sattvam stavara jangamam kshetra kshetrajna samyogat tadvidi bharatarshava. O chief of the Bharatas, know that whatever you see in existence, both the moving and the non-moving, is only a combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field. Whatever you see in this whole world, the universe, it's a combination of 2. That is material body and spirit soul. Without soul, there is no movement and there is no consciousness. That is the difference between a dead body and a living body. When there is no soul, it is completely a matter like this table, whatever it is. There is no movement, nothing. But rather than movement, it should be consciousness. Because sometimes we see even the mountains and the trees. There is non-moving, but there is life. This soul within it. Because it is growing. Clear? Okay. Now, acquiring jnana chakshu, when we have this divine vision, as Arjuna had divine vision, he was able to see the universal form. So now we have this divine vision. What happens? By gaining knowledge about constituents of the body. This body is made out of what? You can see many scientists, even till today, they're searching how the life force is coming in the body, how this heartbeat is working, what is the force is coming. Because they cannot see the soul within. So they say, oh, somehow something is happening, but they're not able to find it. Clear? So all the knowledge is incomplete without Krishna's knowledge, without spirituality, or without the ultimate message of the Lord. Once you come to this, automatically Krishna reveals. You'll be able to see the constituents of the body, the 24 elements you'll be able to see, where Srimad Bhagavatam speaks. Okay, then difference between body and soul. You'll be able to distinguish, this is body, this is soul, where the prominence has to be given. Should I give more prominence to this body? To the soul. By knowledge, you'll be able to distinguish. Sometimes body is also important. Some I have seen Krishna conscious who give more preference for the spiritual, they just neglect the body. What happens? They're not, see, this body is something like a vehicle which helps you to carry you from this to spiritual world. You have to have that balancing, have a good conditioned vehicle so that it takes you to your destination faster. It's very clear. So it is said, Maya Yuda, Yantra Rurani Maya. This is a yantra. This is a vehicle. It's made out of Maya. When you keep it in a good condition, it takes very faster to the destination. You cannot neglect the body also. You cannot neglect the soul. Swadharma and Nityadharma. An equal vision as they see super soul present in all living entities. So the vision, as I was saying, Vidya Vinaya Sampani, the vision becomes equal. Then have control over the mind and senses. They know how this has been influencing the senses and the mind is influencing. And at once he thinks, I am not the product of this material world. Why will I have a desire of this material senses? Whatever the material senses or the objects is attracting, he thinks it's only a Maya. He'll never get attracted to it. Yeah. But there's a difference, a lot of difference between a yogi and a devotee. For example, the yogi is there. When a beautiful woman comes in front of him, how does he see? He sees the material things. He sees it's a skin, it is blood, it is something because something all is there in the body. He just neglects, he'll not get attracted. But a devotee sees, he gets attracted to that lady, not to her body, but to the soul that she has connected to super soul. Here is, that's why we need this jnana chakshu to understand. So not that you're neglecting the whole world, you're loving the world in the eyes of Krishna. You're engaging everything in this world to satisfy the Lord. So jnana chakshu is important. Okay. Then destination. Finally, Krishna is saying here. Kshetra kshetrajnayorevam antaram jnana chakshusha bhuta prakriti moksham cha ye vidur yanti te param. Those who see with eyes of knowledge. Once again, I'm reading. Those who see with eyes of knowledge, the difference between the body and the knower of the body is kshetra and kshetrajna, and can also understand the process of liberation from bondage in material nature, attains to the supreme goal. You can see this elevator here. Only thing, you have to stand on this elevator. Nothing to do. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and start offering to the Lord. That qualities makes you to go above and above in our consciousness. You'll be able to be Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada did not create a movement for Krishna activities. He did not say, oh, you have to chant, you have to do. Yes, he said all this, but to have the consciousness, not activities. Don't think primarily, oh, chanting is an activity, offering mantra, offering this bhoga to the Lord is activity. No. It should be with consciousness. The love should be, even by chanting, you should have the taste, you should have the love towards the Lord. That connects us to the Supreme. Clear? Okay. And if you have this vision of knowledge, you'll be able to see it, everything. Okay, thank you. And what all we saw in today's chapter, W-I-S-E, wise. The questions, the 6 questions that Arjuna is asking, and how Krishna is answering to it, and 20 items. When you come to the next, today many had come to the morning chanting session. So you come there, we'll be having detailed explanation of all this one day, one verse, that we will be able to know many things. Okay. And soul and the super soul difference and the enlightened. When you are enlightened with your knowledge, how this whole world changes, you'll be able to have a different vision. Now, what is for tomorrow? Tomorrow, it's most important chapter, that is three gunas, very subtle knowledge. And Krishna also says, even the Mahatmas, after attaining to this knowledge, they have liberated from this material. Very important. Three modes. Actually, till the 18th chapter, Krishna will be speaking about these three modes, Subtly, he'll be explaining this. Okay, race for prominence and action in modes and pure life. And tomorrow, a special verse will be there. We'll see that in the end, Krishna says, just in a fraction of a second, we'll be able to overcome this. Okay, now there's a quiz link. I request everyone to participate in this, attend to it. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Rama Rama Ramete, Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattulyam, Rama Nama Varanane. Where do you find this? Vishnu Sahasranam. What the meaning of this verse? I chant the holy name of Rama, and thus enjoy this beautiful sound. This holy name of Lord Ramachandra is equal to 1,000 holy names of Lord Vishnu. This is said in Vishnu Purana only. This is Brihat Vishnu Sahasranama. Sorry, Vishnu Sahasranama. In Vishnu Sahasranama, you can find this. Chanting three times of Rama is equal to chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. And in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, how many Rama you chant and how many Krishna? Some days, even one more verse also, I'll see some Purana it is. It's said clearly. So chanting one name of Krishna is equivalent to chanting three names of Rama. That is, 3,000 of Vishnu Nama is equal to one Krishna. So many think it is only because you are not heard about it, because you have not come across the knowledge, the scriptural knowledge. So you think everything is new. You have only seen the interpreted knowledge, no reality. So once you come to the reality, you'll understand, yes, this is true. That is why we give the reference to you. You can have this book already, see anywhere. You'll be able to see the same thing. No differences in it. Okay. So, this is our Lakshmi Narasimha. This is Gandharvika Giridhari. This is Radha Krishna. And this is ISKCON HBR. Now, any questions? Please, you can raise your hands. Meanwhile, let us see the announcements of today. Yes, Girish Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. I think Prabhu, we request everyone to attend the quiz. That's it, Prabhu.
That's it? Okay, Prabhu. So there is no yesterday's this thing?
I didn't get you, Prabhu.
Raju were not shared. Okay, we'll speak to him.
I'll make you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for hosting today. So Shekhar Prabhu is working in a company. Now he has become little busy. He is not able to give much time here. So now Girish Prabhu is helping us in hosting the session. So thank you, Prabhu. Okay, now if any questions, you can raise your hands. No questions? Yes, Mahalakshmi Mataji, you should raise your hand in this thing, not just raising your, literally raising the hand. Okay, you can ask your question.
Today morning, I tried to go to the link for banking, 5:30 in the morning. The same link has been given. It keeps saying that you are pressing on the same link. I was not able to get in touch. 5:30 I was not able to.
No, you can just link. They know they have posted it. Just join, Mataji. There are many who are joined.
So then I called up the other service. Then he said on Monday they will.
5:30 you tried to join? Did you join at 5:45? Okay. No. Where Mataji? Because even I joined. No?
You came later, but 5:30 I couldn't join. It was not showing the link. 5:45 I could join. At the time, 2 rounds of Prabhu was over, but I was camping on my own. wanted to.
Okay, tomorrow you try, Mataji. Tomorrow you try, you'll be able to join. Okay, if you're not able to join, you just message to Chandrasekhar, because I'll be busy with another session I have, so I'll be busy in the morning. You can directly message to Chandrasekhar Prabhu or Raja Prabhu, someone. Okay, yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Rajesh Prabhu.
Good evening, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes.
Guruji, the only ultimate aim is to reach Krishna is Hare Krishna mantra, right?
Yes.
The same way to reach the moksha is also Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Yes. See, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, first thing you should understand, what is moksha?
The birth and rebirth will not be, it will be stopped.
Yes, yes. So if you have that desire is fulfilled by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. You want to go back to Godhead, even that desire has been fulfilled by chanting Hare Krishna.
Guruji, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, like from like 2 months, 3 months, I am continuously chanting Hare Krishna mantra and mantra daily. But what happened? I'm not attracted to Krishna. I'm attracted to Lord Narasimha Swami. Is that something different?
It might be that you are an eternal associate of Lord Narasimha.
I mean, Lakshmi Narayana
Mahamantra, you get attracted. Even me, I serve more to Narasimha than Krishna.
Because when I'm chatting, I should be attracted to Krishna, right? But my heart and soul is...
Why you're saying that way, Prabhu? There's no difference between Krishna and Narasimha.
Okay.
All the Vishnu Tattvas are same Krishna. Nothing difference in it.
Okay.
Calling as Krishna, yes, he is a supreme source. And from him, the expansion itself is Narasimha. So, how to explain to you? It's a long explanation. There is Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakyaras, Vatsalyaras, Madhuraras, and many other rasas also. So, in which rasa you are? Not now. You're eternal. Your spirit soul. In which rasa it is? When you are getting connected to the Lord, the same rasa is attracted to you. So, you'll be an eternal associate of Narasimha. So, automatically you're obviously getting attracted to him. Some get attracted to Lord Vishnu. Some get attracted to Varahadev. In that way, it depends. It's very rare cases, and many attracted for the material things only. Even by chanting Hare Krishna, they get attracted to material things. What to do? Because it is coming from time immemorial. Still, they're more attracted.
Because I'm not sure, because suddenly yesterday night or something came into my mind, and today morning I went to HRBR Road, took darshan of Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, and went up on the first floor, took Krishna's darshan,
yes.
feeded cow. That again I was coming back. Lakshmi Narasimha Swami go near that Acharya was not there, Pujari was not there. So I was like disappointed, and I went once again and came that the Acharya was there. He blessed me with that Shatagopam. So I was like, I felt God blessed me, because first time he was not there. Second time, unintentionally, I went and again came back. So
called me, no? I was there. We were distributing Panakam and buttermilk.
No, I accidentally something went.
Good, Prabhu. You do services, you come regularly, attend. Are you chanting?
I'm chanting from last 2 months I'm chanting. That's what I told you, right? I'm more attracted to Lakshmi.
How you got connected?
I'm basically from traditional background only. What I normally do nearby only, but ISKCON, like I started from last 4 years I'm doing, but from last 2 months I'm just attracted to Lakshmi Narasimha Swami than Vishnu.
Yes, good. Nothing wrong in it.
Yes.
You get attracted to someone, Prabhu. Rather than materially you are getting attracted to the Lord. It's more good. And getting attracted to Lord Narasimha. So there's so many obstacles, automatically just vanishes from our life. Because I have experienced many. So even I'm getting attracted to Narasimha only. Yes. Lord Krishna is divine, Prabhu. He is different. There only should pure souls, pure love can reach to him.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Even me also attracting to Narasimha.
So we have this material contamination, we have this bhakti. So we get attracted to Nrsimhadev and he removes many obstacles. Many of this kind of anarthas will go away from now. Then we might get attraction towards Krishna. Might also, you will say. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Next, Santosh Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, my question today is not related to the topic. It is something different. I wanted to know about the beads, like, whatever the japa mala we use, they're made up of different beads. So there are then, tulsi beads are available and different type of materials that are available in the japa mala. Now, first query was like, which mala should be used? Okay, initially we can use any mala to start with, to have that attraction, to have that continuation. But after that, should we change it? When it should be changed? And to what it should be changed? This is point number one, Prabhuji, that I wanted to ask. Second is about the Kanti mala.
Will I answer one after the other?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Because I shouldn't also get confused. Okay, first thing, the beads. So I don't want to disappoint anyone. Somebody is already having a bead. I cannot say you drop that and to take a new one. For our importance, it is only 108.
Yes.
If it is Rudrakshi, it is Patika, whatever you have, you are already having a mala, you start chanting on it. If you don't have, if you wanted to purchase, then you purchase neem beads.
Okay.
Neem beads. And many say, Tulsi beads is more important now. Absolutely no round. Obviously, it is the best and it is the important thing. And it has to be given from the spiritual master's hand. When you are getting initiated, it is spiritual master who gives you, then through him you take and then you start chanting on the Tulsi beads. Not before that. But if somebody is already having Tulsi beads, even I don't disappoint them. You chant, not a problem. Hare Krishna is merciful. Unknowingly you're committing mistakes, nothing harm in it. You can just chant on whatever you have at present. If you don't have, you can buy the neem beads. And when you will get this on, there's a long process. There's many levels in the spiritual life also, as many stages are there in eternal life. In this material also, we have many stages making you qualified with consciousness, with activities and many things. In that way, you come above and above, and finally you'll get qualified to choose a spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master, and take Diksha from him. It's a long way, Prabhu. Yes.
Prabhu, I have these two malas. So which of them should be used?
I couldn't make out, no. One second.
Should I take one by one?
That is white one, Prabhu.
White one is neem beads, Prabhu.
Okay. Yes.
See, if you are already having some beads, you use, Prabhu. No. Okay. But see, when you use Tulsi, you should maintain certain rules and regulations. In that way, we don't recommend to everyone. Only after Diksha, that means then Guru he guides. By that time, you might have learned everything. But on his instructions, you learn how to chant what, and then you can utilize accordingly. But if somebody is already having, I don't disappoint them. Okay, you start chanting something. You chant Hare Krishna, that is a prime duty. Then later part, all the other things comes. Yes, bro. And next, something other question you were asking about Kantimala.
About Kantimala. Kantimala should be worn by any devotee, or there is some prescribed?
It has to be owned. It has to be owned by a initiated devotee. Very clear.
Okay.
Then he will guide you. Not that we ourselves take and go. It should be a clear, conscious person. That is an initiated person who can give. Then he will say what are the do's and don'ts of wearing this Kantimala.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Last question was, Prabhuji, with regards to Tulsi Devi. Wanted to know about Tulsi Devi, Prabhuji, like, how she should be worshipped at home, because, in temple and all, she is properly worshipped, but at home, how we should be worshipping her?
So it's a very big topic, Prabhu. But see, only you are asking about worship. So she is Bhakti Devi. She is the personification of devotion. So you cannot treat her as an ordinary plant.
Right.
Once you have a tulsi plant in front of our house, you don't get any negative energy will not come within our house. That's the power of tulsi Mala. Just imagine a supreme person is standing in front of a house, how you respect him. The same respect has to be given to tulsi Mala. So with respectfully, you have to water her, take care of her, not like an ordinary plant. You have to give obeisances to her. And you have to do worshipping her, doing arati, keeping some flowers this way. You have to, as you are respecting Krishna, the same way you have to respect Tulsi also.
Prabhu, when it comes to Tulsi Devi, there are some seeds which come out of the Tulsi Devi. So it is said that they should be cut at proper time, otherwise the plant, doesn't stay for long.
Yes, yes, the seeds, it's called as manjari.
Manjiri, yeah.
Yes.
So
you have to cut that and keep at the lotus feet of the Lord. So you don't get any sin or anything. You're not unwantedly doing it. You are trying to take that and offer to the Lord. In that way you can cut.
because Prabhuji, I'm doing it, but I was not knowing whether I should be offering Manjari to the Lord or not. This was in fact the query.
No. Lord is also very pleased when you offer manjari to him.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
And when you come to the next level of this thing, we'll show you the YouTube. When you subscribe for it after this 18 days, we do not know. If you subscribe and if you go within, Kannada sessions are there. I don't have English. I don't know. I have taken it. In Kannada sessions about Tulsi Maharani also, there's a session. You can see that it's been explained. How should you worship and on which days, how you should worship. And because many were asking, because I was not interested to say about Tulsi Maharani. And many were requesting, then finally I took a session on it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you to all. So I thank each and every devotee who have assembled here for today's session. So once we can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and wind up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you to all. Now I'll give the option to unmute yourself. You can unmute and say once Hare Krishna and leave the session. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Santosh.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Devika Mataji, Hare Krishna. Preeti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Ishwaraka Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Alakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Shivaraj Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Kavita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Balakrishna Reddy Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to all. Nagi Reddy Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. We'll end the session, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.